Hello, welcome back to Headlines with me, Jim Bully. It's episode 6, and of course, we're talking about Hwang. The Asian Cup is underway. Korea beat the Philippines 1-0, and it was Hwang who scored that winning goal. Now, before we get into this news, let's take a quick look back at Hwang's experience for the last year. This is from the Korea Daily on December the 20th. From zero to hero, the Hwang story. Player of the Year started 2018 as an unwanted nobody. There was uproar in July when Hwang was selected as one of 3 wildcards to compete at the Asian Games. Korean football fans, unhappy with the inclusion of the relatively unknown striker with an unimpressive record, quickly took to the internet to complain about his inclusion, claiming it was a waste of one of the 3 all-important bonus spots. Just 5 months later, Hwang is the KFA Player of the Year and one of the most popular players on the Taeguk Warriors roster. So we all remember who Hwang is and quite the year he had last year. Now let's talk about the Asian Cup. Of course, we're starting with the Korea Daily. Hwang kicks things off at Asian Cup. Korea's bid for title gets started with 1-0 win over Philippines. Last year's Korean Footballer of the Year, Hwang proved that his hot streak isn't over, leading Korea to a 1-0 win against the Philippines at the Asian Football Confederation Asian Cup on Monday. Okay, that's some Korean news. Now let's look overseas. The South China Morning Post, they run this wire. It's from AFP and it also ran on Channel News Asia. Heartbreak for Philippines as South Korea edged Sven-Göran Eriksson's ASCALs 1-0 in Asian Cup debut. Prolific goal scorer Hwang snatched a second half winner. Now, prolific means someone who produces something in large quantities. Of course, Hwang produces goals for Korea in large quantities. The Japan-based striker swiveled and smashed home from close range in Dubai to settle his side's nerves. We're talking here about the skill with which he scored the goal and how regularly he scores. Moving on, we can have a look at Fox Sports Asia. Now, Fox Sports Asia, again, kind of straight news. Korea Republic take the lead as Hwang finishes superbly against Philippines at the AFC Asian Cup 2019. Korea Republic took the lead with an impressive finish for Hwang finally breaching a stoic Philippines defense. Okay, now this one's a little bit more interesting. This is coming from 442. If you don't know 442, it's a popular football magazine in the UK and kind of around the world. It's a very, very highly regarded footballing publication, and for it to be covering the Asian Cup in detail is very interesting. Headline: South Korea 1, Philippines 0, Hwang decisive as Bento's men stutter to victory. Hwang scored the decisive goal as South Korea just about made the most of their superiority to defeat Sven-Göran Eriksson's Philippines 1-0 in their 2019 Asian Cup Group C opener on Monday. So again, this is about how Hwang scored that goal, and that goal was all that mattered. The story goes on to talk about how Korea were missing Son Heung-min, of course, for a European publication. That's the big story. But it didn't matter. Hwang ensured South Korea avoided a shock of any sort. So pretty big that Hwang is getting this much love from 442. A lot of positive news about Hwang in international news this week. A short one for today because we will be back throughout the Asian Cup as Korea progress higher and higher and higher through the tournament with more headlines around the world describing Korean players and the Korean team. Thank you.